Jai Hind to all. It's a moment of happiness. I am so overwhelmed to see the registrations first of all and all the concerned participants, because honestly, when I had floated this idea of skill development, skill curriculum, मेरे को ऐसा लगा था कि if around 100 participants register, it's a win-win situation, because at least with a few really concerned educators, teachers, parents, we can start the beginning. We have crossed more than, I think, 1100. I had even shared a screenshot of registrations on LinkedIn today morning. That time it was more than 1000. And then at 2 p.m. we had decided that we will close, because as suggested, there was an idea that people, those who register, and there will also be a link. Let's see how we float it, that so that everybody who can get a certificate, but that is only for today. So once again, Jai Hind everyone. I am Dr. Sapna Agrawal from I Big Wonder. It is a pleasure to be here. I have been constantly talking about skills, skilling, curriculum, skill-based curriculum. Today in the session, please tell me, abhi jaldi se aap chat pe batayega, there is a device in front of me also, right? And agar aapko you want me to be bilingual, I'll be more in English and a little bit in Hindi. The whole combination, I'll keep a combination. Because when it is live, people from Raichur also, no? Hi, people from Raichur, hello to all of you. Right, Katni, I could see, then I could see Heritage School. So shout out to all of you. There are a lot of teachers who have registered from Heritage School. My personal regards to the leader and the teachers. That means there's a lot of effort. Please keep typing, and I'll keep giving a shout out and a recognition to all the people, those who have taken time and effort to be over here. So today's session, what we are going to do, हम क्या करने वाले हैं? See, what the moment we talk about skill development and skill curriculum या skill based curriculum, there are 2-3 things which naturally happen. One, what is going to happen to us? We are teachers. We have been teaching for years the subjects. We have been growing like that. Will this come to an end? So what is the answer? Second, will there be some new teachers created for dealing with skill based curriculum? Is it not for everyone? Okay. What is going to happen if the skill-based curriculum comes? What new is going to happen? How is it going to help? Is it only going to help the learners, or there is some possibility for the teachers, schools, organizations who are participating into it? So after the session gets over, or in the chat box, in the comments, I am also going to share some towards the end of the session. I am also going to share some government links where, if you plan, you can start picking up your courses from the government, from the the horse's mouth, we say, and you can even skill yourself. Otherwise, how you can help it, that is also another thing. Some of you know me. I have been constantly speaking about my PAISO and Skill Me book series. Let me just show you. Right. So these books are about money, mindfulness, and social emotional learning. See, we don't want, and I mean, there are so many skills. CBSE has listed around 34 skills, right? For middle school, secondary, senior secondary, I'll show you the list also. If it is there, it is just behind me on the screen. I'll just show you as I start. See, we don't want, even if I want, I'll not be able to write even with my team all the books for all the skill curriculum. So I Big Wonder wants to become a one-stop solution. That is what we vision for we have the vision for ourselves for the skill-based curriculum. We have already started offering my PAISO as financial literacy for money mindfulness and Skill Me for social emotional learning. Second thing which is very important is, we are not only here asking people to use our resources. You may use any resource, whichever you want. We are here to solve the problem. If any problem you're finding, you're not able to teach, आपको पढ़ाने में दिक्कत आ रहा है, आपको लग रहा है कौन पढ़ाएगा, आपको लगेगा इसका assessment कौन करेगा, आपको लगेगा अरे इसका पूरा मेरे को structured curriculum चाहिए. So we are not insisting that you use our books only. आपको के पास जो है आप वो use करिए, right? उसको right wrong है. If you want our opinion, we can always help out. So and now listen carefully. We are also welcoming, we are also welcoming people, those who have started creating skill-based curriculum into various areas, and they feel that I can help them, or me and my team can help them go to reach many hundreds and masses of children. So we will do our due diligence once we get in touch with you, right? And we really want all 34, 44, 45, 43 skills which NCERT, CBSE, everybody is saying that gradually we start building with this. So let's begin the session, right? And at various points of time, I'll also show you the list. Then what I will do is I will highlight. We will use the comment and chat box towards the end of the session where I will highlight, because maybe some people join later, तो उनको हमेशा वहाँ पर वो लिंक मिलेंगे comments के अंदर कि वो जो जाकर रेफर कर सकते हैं कि कौन-कौन से स्किल करिकुलम है, how to take it. So चलिए start करते हैं आज का session, and we are very thankful to EduNotion, TechPivot, Chakra Dialogues Foundation and Infotech to have been part of it and helping us out. Okay. So now first of all, what is SBC? आपके मन में क्या आता है जब आप सोचते हैं कि स्किल बेस्ड करिकुलम क्या है? So as you are chatting, I mean some of you know Priyanshi, in fact many of you. So she will be also helping me to, in case I miss any comment. Yeah, good evening, hello from all of you. Jaypuriya Vidyalaya. Bhavna ma'am, hello. Such a pleasure. आप तो हमारी किताबें use कर रहे हैं. I'm so glad that you are here. Right, Neena Rani ma'am from Saraswati Junior School. तो आप जैसे लिखते हैं ना वो सबको पता भी चलता है आप कहाँ से आ रहे हैं. भावना चौधरी मैम from SBM International School Dadar. Wow, Mumbai is also over here. Super. Okay, then Saraswati Junior School, right? Sri Ram, okay, Jai Sri Ram to you. Obia Naik, such a pleasure, right? So now what is skill-based curriculum? See, a skill-based curriculum जो आप देखते हैं, मेरा normally तरीका क्या होता है कि जो यहाँ पर है मैं सारी चीज नहीं पढ़ती हूँ. I want try to tell you a lot of things आकर. अच्छा, comment box में ना whatever questions are coming to you वो आप करिएगा. हालांकि हमने Google form में भी कहा था, so most of the questions I'm thankful आप लोगों ने लिखा कि मैंने so whatever in Google forms, those 5-6 questions I have given, I'm going to cover everything. What is SSB? Who is going to teach it? How are we going to assess it? Is there somebody alien going to tucko from somewhere else and start teaching it? What are the milestones? What are the futures? How do we start preparing ourselves as educators and parents? And how do we plan for our schools? How do we plan for our children? What is the right age? Which is the right kind of a skill to begin with? ये सारी चीजें I'm going to cover everything. That's definitely right. If I don't do it, you can put it in the comment box कि आपने ये बोला करा नहीं. So you can catch me, right? So now it is basically developing practical skills and competencies. How do we develop the practical skills and competency? That is through experiential learning, hands-on learning. तो आपको नीचे दिखाई दे रहा है यहाँ पर, we have mentioned over here, emphasis on practical skills, real-world application, continuous improvement in adaptability, experiential learning. Today in this session, we are also going to identify what are the roadblocks. वो क्या क्यों नहीं आ रहा है? अगर इतना अच्छा है तो फिर सारे लोग क्यों नहीं यूज करना स्टार्ट करें? Why everybody is not starting? What is the roadblock? What is stopping? When is it going to be? Is it going to be compulsory ever? So we are going to definitely talk about it and we are going to identify all those things. So यहाँ पर ये सारी चीजें हम करते हैं. तो ये objectives आज का सेट हुआ. I hope let me know with a thumbs up in the chat box. What is SBC? Simple. चलो 1 मिनट और बात करते हैं. We start बच्चे का बचपन when the child takes birth. Let's imagine from that. So when a child takes birth, what happens is, what do you teach the child? You are trying to say hello, hi, this to a child. So you're building up observation skills. Then you talk to the child. Correct. So there are skills you are building. Gradually the child grows up and goes to the school. So there are fine motor skills. The physical development is all about gross motor skills, using the larger muscles and all the gross motor skills. Then we are building the reading skills, that's so important. We are building the speaking skills. So you see that we are doing the skills, everything is a skill. Whatever we are teaching is a skill. And then suddenly what happens and why NEP started talking, क्यों NEP बात करने लगी, suddenly it comes into a compartmentalization. So it is like all the teachers, all the schools, all the educators, those who are listening to yourself, stop calling yourself teachers, call yourself practitioners. Empower yourself. Doctors are practitioners. Right? People, those who do something special, they are practitioners. You are a practitioner. You practice the ways how you teach in the class. You don't teach a subject. You practice. You give, you tell the delivery, you improve the delivery, you learn, you facilitate the learning process. So you are facilitators, you are practitioners, you are mentors. So teaching, of course, we are doing so many things put together. In the session, I am also going to talk about, and I am going to ask you 2-3 questions. The best answers or the best questions, I am also going to give a shout out. So keep typing the questions. Priyanshi is going to help me figure out okay. Now once again, yeah, okay, Heritage School once again says good evening to me. Hi to all of you. Jai Hind ma'am, Jai Hind from Jaora. Right, such a pleasure to see you over here. Okay, now let's move a little ahead. Now, what are the benefits of skill-based curriculum? SBC stands for skill-based curriculum. So, it is improved employability. Please don't start thinking. There are also, like, I have written myths over here and the facts over here. Please, lot of people, they say ki white collar jobs khatam ho jayega. Everybody will get into a startup. If everybody is getting into a startup, who's going to work? So skill. So there are a lot of myths around. But first, let's understand what the benefits: improved employability, increased motivation, right, and the development of critical thinking and problem-solving skills, enhanced collaboration and teamwork, and creativity and innovation. See, as of now, what has happened is when we are teaching subjects. So let me ask you a question, and everybody start answering. Listen to the question carefully. Can somebody tell me what is the difference between two questions I am asking. You can choose which to answer. What is the difference between subject and skills? What is the difference between knowledge and skills? So let's start thinking for the answers very quickly. Give me the answers. So here the answers will start coming, and I am looking into the chat box so that even I don't miss anything. Hi from Muzaffarnagar. Yes, such a pleasure from GD Goenka School. Manju ma'am, Manju Kashyap ma'am. Okay. Yeah. So my questions are: what is the difference between subject and skills, and what is the difference between knowledge and skills? Right? Those who have been connected with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, even on my community, Telegram, WhatsApp, I have been posting a lot of things all around this, and I'm sure I'll और better answers मिल जाएंगे आपके through. Okay? Yeah. I mean, so hi, good evening to all of us. But मेरे questions का answer I'm waiting. Okay. Zeba ma'am ने बोला cognitive and soft skills. Shout out to you, Zeba ma'am. Very nice answer. Would love to clap for you. And only jobs related. Children think that there are only jobs related to technology. Oh wow, that's very important. In fact, technology is a very important thing, but technology is not the only skill. Knowledge is knowing things in depth. Yashukar ji, okay, Mahima Jan ji. Okay, subject is related to subject, knowledge is GK questions. Sushant ji, okay, very nice. First one is theoretical and latter is practical. Ghanshyam Pandey ji, okay. Mona Gandhi ma'am, subject is teaching a particular knowledge related to skills and how to teach, learn and understand the subject. Wow, very nice. I should clap for you. Manjusha ma'am. Manusha Muralidharan ma'am, knowledge-based emphasis on acquiring information, facts, theories, concepts with a. Please refer to the chat box. इतनी knowledge आ रही है ना chat box के अंदर इस पर. मतलब amazing. Wow, I can't believe myself. Daisy Dubey ma'am, Preeti ma'am, Jayashri ma'am, Tim's World. Seema Goswami. Hi Seema Goswami ma'am. Okay. Skill makes us to execute practical knowledge. Skill in subject gives us confidence to learn. Preeti, okay. Now, with all these answers, thank you so much. Keep answering. See now what happens is subject और skill में difference समझते हैं, knowledge और skill में difference समझते हैं. देखिए subject का मतलब बिल्कुल simple है. Subject को पढ़ाना भी एक skill है. Subject के अंदर भी बहुत सारी skills होती हैं. So subject आप इसको separate करें, it's a discipline. मतलब एक उसके अंदर उस दायरे के अंदर उस एज अप्रोप्रिएट के साथ आप कोई चीज पढ़ते हैं. एक बहुत सिंपल सा एग्जांपल है. लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ बॉडी, ह्यूमन बॉडी पार्ट्स. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज राइट फ्रॉम नर्सरी वी स्टार्ट टीचिंग व्हाट इज दिस आईज, व्हाट इज दिस नोज. The same child goes up to grade 12 and in case chooses biology is studying about lot of systems inside the body and so many other things, right? Genes, genomes, chromosomes, so many things the child is learning, correct? So what is a subject? Subject is an area focused. It's a focused area or a discipline where the child is learning the nuances around it. Whatever are the nuances, जो भी उसके अंदर ये definition है. This is like how do we digest? We eat food, right? Then it is assimilated अलग-अलग age wise. ये होगा वो होगा, and then it is excreted out अलग-अलग age group के अंदर. Now what is a skill? Skill is a pattern. Skill is a pattern, don't mind. The pattern will go on improving. In a subject, the child fails. वो मैथ्स में फेल हो गए, वो साइंस में फेल हो गए. The skill is something like was not able to do, try again, you will improve. ग्रेड 5 फेल हो गए, वापस रिपीट करेंगे तो ग्रेड 5 ही पास होगा. स्किल के अंदर व्हाट आर द माइलस्टोन्स एंड लेवल्स, यू गो ऑन इंप्रूविंग. सो इफ यू फेल टू डू सर्टेन टास्क, so what is going to happen is you are still going to improve. So there is always a scope of improvement. While here there is definitely a full stop, then you rebuild and do it the same thing again. Here while you are doing the second time, the outcome will be better. Let's take a very simple example. Suppose you are baking a cake at home, right? So and it is a skill. Baking a cake is a skill. So what happens over here is that in case you fail to bake a proper cake or it doesn't rise up for the first time, maybe next time when you bake, it really surprises you. So it's a skill. Now if I give you the theory, okay, of the how to bake a cake, give me the theory, ingredients, so this, then I will check it and I'll say, hey, you haven't written what is the base product over here, cut. So I cut it over there and I say, okay, next time do it again, you already failed over here. So there's a difference. There's a lot of chances of me being judged when it is a subject competency, while when it is a skill, there is always a right. What is the difference? I said it means knowledge and skill. Knowledge becomes once you've learned it, right? So it is unless you are applying it in real world, knowledge is of no use. So many people say whatever we had learned, we are hardly using it in real life. Hey, ladies, women, I have heard saying, I wish they start saying it lesser. I don't like it when they say. Finally, we had to make only food only. No, what is the point? Sara knowledge to rakha reh gaya. It isn't like that, right? So if you apply it in real life, your sensibilities increase, your faculties improve, your observation skills improve. There's so many things which are improving. So unless you utilize, it will not happen. While what is a skill? Skill at all points of time, your faculties are always alive. Your observation skill is alive. Your problem solving, your critical thinking, your decision making. People will say, hey, you know, this person gives a better decision, whatever it is. So that is how the basic differences are. So thank you for being with me. If you feel that we've been able to establish a good answer, we can say Bhavna Chaudhary ma'am. Yes, absolutely right. Please read what Bhavna Chaudhary ma'am has written. Please read in the chat box. A very, very good answer. Let's move a little ahead. Now, okay, sorry, back here. Now, why NEP suggests? ऐसा तो नहीं है कि NEP आने के बाद ही स्किल का होएगा. उसके पहले तो कभी ऐसा था नहीं कि स्किल नहीं हो रहे थे. That is why it is suggesting, it is not forcing. तो लोग कर तो रहे थे. What was the challenge? There were no measurement metrics. Knowledge के अंदर, subject के अंदर क्या था? आपने पढ़ाया, ये करा, ये assessment किया, okay, so you learned. Skill, tell me how many of us are not teaching? Every school is giving a child an opportunity to remove the stage fright. Yes or no? Yes. Are you able to measure it? 40 children you were teaching? Can you tell 3 of them their stage fright is over? No, 23 of them their stage fright still continues. Your answer is, hey, they're learning, they're improving. So there are no metrics, there's no tangible outcome. How do you tell the parents that this effort has gone over there? So when NEP suggests, when all these things happen, it means there are also rubrics, patterns created, assessment metrics created that is going to help the work which we are doing. How do we tell? ऐसा देखकर शक्ल देखकर बोलते हैं, this is a good person, this is not a good person. Fine, we can understand, we definitely have that idea. But do we have a measurement matrix also? Can we do like this on the lighter note? This was on the lighter note. Okay, now, okay, hello Reddy ma'am. You said hello, so I said hi. I should do it, right? Correct. Priya Agrawal ma'am, thank you. Kaveshwari ji, Shalini Singhal ji, okay, Pandyan ji, Pandyan Subramani. That's really, really great. Thank you. Knowledge is power. Yeah, undoubtedly. It's very important to build that knowledge. If you don't have that knowledge, what is good? Now, please see, why NEP testing? Please look at the screen. The screen is all for us. So, there are areas which I have given. It is preparing for the future of work. It is addressing skill gaps. Right. So, if I have to say that, in case we have to understand, so these are the things which, let me take a red color pen. Right. So it is preparing for the future of work, addressing skill gaps. There is a lot of holistic development. We normally use this word a lot, holistic. So, but are we allowing that holistic development? We are still limiting to the academics. So we still measure the academics. The parent is also aspiring for academic competencies. Everybody walks in for academic competencies. Abhi we still keep saying कि whatever it is पढ़ लो, right? यही तुम्हारे काम आने वाला है. In times to come, a lot of careers will become obsolete. So a lot of white collar jobs will not remain like that what we are. I'm just going to show you from the World Bank what is going to happen, what will be the labor work. I mean they say labor force का क्या skills लगेगा. I'm just going to show you. Right. Then there will be a lot of flexibility and adaptability. Integration of vocational education. Now here on this word integration, interdisciplinary करना है वो नहीं हो रहा. Integration of vocational education sometimes I feel it's like a dream to happen. We've already segregated it, right? Plumbing work we don't do, electrical work we don't do, tailoring work we will not do, right? Beautician work we will not do, anything, right? Cooking we will not do, somebody else will do for us. Cleaning we will not do, plumbing we will not do, anything we will not do. What we will do? We will become an officer. We will be, so we are only looking in for academic competency kind of a work. While what is going to happen is there is a limited progress or limited profiling to people. There are always pyramids in these kind of work where people go over here on the top pyramid and they start earn that position and earn that much if earning is success. While in a skill what happens is everybody has an opportunity, right? Simple example, all houses have electrical fans wherever there is electricity. So there is a higher chance that some fan will not be working on one fine day. You will always require a person to do it, right? So every single place, every single colony, every single can have these kind of skills and everybody can charge. In fact, these people just to come knock they charge. And we say, oh, that's an exorbitant charge you are asking. भैया देखने का 500 रुपया लोगे क्या? ठीक करने का कितना लोगे? So that person, in any case, your fan was not working, na? Because now only I can only do it. No, so I found out the fault. If you allow me, I can correct it. If you don't allow me, it's okay. Your choice. Somebody else will come. Oh, give me my money. Since I have come and figured it out, I'll do. You can get it done from somebody else. So that is how the skills become very, very important. I'm giving you simple real life examples. Okay, now. Okay, from modern school, Meenakshi Sharma ma'am, hi. Okay, from Rampur. Sir, ये Rampur UP वाला है क्या? Abrar sir. Okay. So now over here, what we have tried to understand is an enhancing employability, of course. Now in all these things, as we have seen it, let's move a little ahead. This is what I was showing you. I'll come this. 21st century labor market. This is the statistics from the World Bank, right? So when I say this. If you want, I can share the link later on in the comments section, right? Because as of now I am speaking, for copy paste करेंगे, so time जाएगा. So this is something like, let me just figure out, World Bank organization. If somebody wants to see it right now, we talk about skill development. However, I have promised you that I am going to share it in any case. So what they say is when the child is studying, आप इसको समझो, देखो यहाँ पर screen के अंदर. So what is happening over here is this is where the child is studying. These are the skills which somebody requires or is going to require. What we are talking about is 21st century labor market. Labor means any person who works. Please stop thinking that labor is only for janitorial work. No. Right. So there are labor as workforce. Right. So there are managerial people and then there are people those who are going to work. Simple as that. So somebody, if you plan to go to UAE, either you go on a labor visa or you go on a manager visa or you go on a tourist visa. Simple as that. It's as simple to understand. So I'm just trying to make you understand. So obviously labor is the larger workforce. Now what happens over here is children, they take admission and study for early years. Basic is preparatory and up to middle. Secondary is maybe 9, 10, 11, 12. Then and they can be drop out at any level. Mind it, they can be drop out any level. Some people will only get literate and they not study further for various reasons. Maybe something happens to the parents. Maybe they don't have opportunity. Maybe they've lost interest at all at that age only, tender age only. Maybe the parents wanted them to earn. Then you start picking up rags. You don't have to study. जितना हाथ होगा उतना कमाई होगा, पेट भरना है. एक पेट है, दो हाथ है. नहीं जाकर कचरा पी लो, बेचो, पढ़ाई करो. मतलब पढ़ाई करके क्या बन रहा है तुमको? You are wasting time. Anything. Then some children can drop out after this. So that is why NEP is also saying anytime exit, anytime entry. Correct? Exit entry. So the academics we have given anytime exit, anytime. Yeah, it has its own limitations which I can talk about later. Then of course after 9, what will the children study? Either they will study technical skills or they have their own professional skills. Why I have written professional skills? For few years, maybe another 5-10 years, Still these careers will suffice where people are maybe becoming civil services officer, all these kind of jobs. Which are good. Now please look at, now I am coming to something very important. Please look at the screen. Now what are the skills people require? So first we will study this, then I am going to come over here. Now what is over here? If you see, everybody requires literacy and numeracy. Okay, mind it, please let me also tell you, skill like financial literacy is a basic skill. मतलब वो तो mention भी नहीं, they say कि if you can't, what are you earning for if you can't manage your own money? You require somebody else. You are earning 100 rupees, but you require a person of 1000 rupees to manage your 100 rupees. So financial literacy is a basic ground level skill. Right. So it is very important. It is as important as literacy and numeracy. The only thing which we have to remember is that at what age we have to teach what. So financial literacy, if somebody taught that, they are talking about social emotional over here. So now everyone will require literacy and numeracy. Agreed? Do you agree with me? See, I can take a different color pen so that it is visible. Literacy and numeracy. Everybody. मतलब साक्षर होने के लिए आपको, if you have to be literate, this is the basic thing which you require. Now when I say literacy, it can be your mother tongue, which is very important. I mean the mother tongue has a lot of impact on cognitive abilities, huge I say. Right. Then of course the languages, so whatever language. So once the child starts understanding, you can go on teaching as many languages and numeracy, because again it is all around. Everything whatever you do, walk 2 steps, walk 1 step, so numeracy comes over there. Then please look at this. Managing relationships, managing emotions, managing attitudes. So what do you require in the work? We require to learn to manage. Anywhere, even if somebody is a solopreneur, you will be at least selling it to somebody, some kind of a work. If you are working for, even as a solo traveler, you are a solo traveler, you will still require to buy tickets from somewhere else. So we need to manage relationships, emotions, attitudes. Let's move ahead. What else is required? And this is not mine, this is from the World Bank, the skill requirement. Then we will have to have problem solving, communication and information analysis. There is no dearth of content, there is no dearth of information. It is all around. But can we filter what we exactly want? There is a huge challenge. Right. So, like some of us over here are also career counselors. I know in the group. Right. And Seema ma'am, I know you. So what it is, why ma'am people are required of her kind? Right. It is like so much information is there. What do I filter and know what is good for me? So we will also require data analytics, information analytics. Right, there's so many things around. What is right? What should I consume at this point of time? Am I over consuming? Am I under consuming? Am I consuming which is not related to me at all? So what did I mention over here? Problem solving, communication, information, everybody will require. Then let's move a little ahead. Specialized technical skills will require, specialized cognitive skills will require, and entrepreneurial skills. If you visit NEP, it says an entrepreneurial mindset. Please do not think that people will only get into their own businesses who are going to come to the jobs. ये बच्चे जो बोलते हैं ना, we have to give a correction. अपना काम करेंगे, अपना काम तो अपना काम है. अगर आप किसी काम को अपने तरीके से नहीं कर सकते, अपना काम भी नहीं करेंगे. You will start up your business and you will feel कोई आके काम कर दे. I am into a startup, into a business now. We slog more than 24 hours. There are so many things. Every day you have to prove that you are living. The day you are not living, your work will not happen. Right. So you need to develop the right people with you, those who understand your concerns, somebody who has all that patience to live for good 3, 4, 5 years till the time it becomes a success. So selling chocolates from home, selling lemonades from home, my dear children, those who are listening, educators, please tell them that is not an entrepreneurship. There's a difference between business, entrepreneurship, startup. Just by selling and earning something, you don't create businesses. Are you solving some problem? Are you making things easier? Alright, are you creating something new? Innovation, what we say. Innovation is not about creating, it was covered with a yellow paper, now I covered it with a red paper and tied also with a ribbon. No, it's not innovation at all. Right. So we need to also sensitize them. So these are the skills which are required. Let us go back again. Now suppose a child dropouts at any level. Now please let us look at this. So there are foundational skills, there are social emotional skills, There are higher order cognitive skills and there are specialized skills. Anybody drops out anywhere. In case plans to scale, do you think everybody requires the same skills finally to become successful? So however you may have studied, the skills become very, very important. Please give me a thumbs up or a heart or whatever reaction you can give me if you agree to it. So the academic competencies will always be important, no doubt about it. Knowledge is important because then only they will be able to use. How will they be able to use knowledge? With the help of the skills. So the better skills equipped they are, the better level they are going to reach. If you agree, I'll wait. I'll look at the chat box and I'll see that how many of us are in agreement. If somebody does not, please let me know. Thank you, Mona ma'am, Harshita ma'am. Hi ma'am from Daffodils Foundation for Learning. Thank you, Harshita ji, to have joined. I'm so thankful. Right? Okay. So Priyanshi and myself, we were discussing how many people will be live. So I said it will be I started like that in the beginning also. I said anything between 50 to 100 for me is an achievement. So she had a figure in mind. So she wins a chocolate, I think. So the younger generation is definitely more hopeful and they keep pushing us a lot. So that's the energy. Thank you so much, everyone. Seema Yadav ma'am, Baljeet ma'am, Kaveshwari ma'am, Monalisa ma'am, Revati ma'am. Okay, Poonam Tripathi, Rajiv sir. Okay, Ghanshyam Pandey sir, thank you Muskan, thank you to all of you. So this is a very important part. So before we move, so any class, anywhere, whatever we study, whatever we are teaching, the skills cannot be forgotten. So वो पढ़ाई करे, कितना करे, PhD करे, doctorate करे, PhD बार करे, MPhil करे, कुछ भी करे, if they have not learned the skills, 21st century, it is something like when people say, no, everybody has made Ghibli art, I have not made Ghibli art, will the world accept me? So similarly, everybody is studying, there are so many people who are learning skills. If I don't learn the skills, will the world accept me? No is the answer. The world will not accept because the skills will be required everywhere. My dear, if you are not learning the skills, what's the point? Correct, so that is very important. Now, so it's over here for everybody's public viewing. We are in a group. We will also share everything what we share over here. We will also share in the group. That is why we had requested people to keep joining the group because group becomes an important source for us and we will maintain it. Now, who can teach? Now, oh God, this is such an important slide. Oh my God, this is one of the most important slides. We have a lot of opportunities over here for everyone. So, who can teach? Okay, number one. See, if you are an industry professional, you are already working in that industry. You have all the scope to teach because you know everything. Right? I mean, Shark Tank maybe, why they are sitting over there? Because they know everything about the business. So they've already started teaching. So people, those who are excelling in their fields, in the skill fields, they have all the opportunity to teach. Apna teacher ka to number pata nahi aayega ki nahi aayega. Hold it, I'm going to talk about it. Okay? Let's take some other color also for a while. Taki wo alag-alag dikh jaye. Then people, those who are vocational instructors. Like people those who are good in carpentry, people those who are good in artisans, they are vocational instructors. Obviously they know how to do it. So they will be the people who will be required to transfer the skill because they are into it. So somebody who knows how to paraglide, that person will be required for another person to teach paragliding. So they are the people. Okay. Then specialized trainers, right? Curriculum developers, so those who write books, those who create lesson plans, those who this, because they know. So now all what they have to do is I'm going to talk it in for the slide, they are going to go. Okay, now existing teachers, we have the knowledge, we have the skill to teach. The only thing what we have to replace is, अभी मैं आगे slide में क्या replace करना है वो बताती हूँ आपको, और क्या add करना है वो बताती हूँ आपको. Right? Then the existing trainers. Right? In a school, in a job profile, if you see, so there will be a certain set of number of people required. Now here, a skill set is one-on-one also people will be working. Right? I mean, subject नहीं समझ में आता तो भी ऐसा होता है, but skill में तो कोई डर ही नहीं है. So there will be never less employability होगा ही इसके अंदर. And of course, जितने नए लोग join करेंगे, we celebrate more people coming and start teaching skills because they are going to bring new angles to it. ये photosynthesis का definition तो photosynthesis है रहने वाले. कितना साल से चलता है? How does it? I mean, it will not even change. And even if it changes, somebody is going to say, you haven't written in the presence of sunlight. Right? So, but in the skill, so photosynthesis ka definition is going to stay there. It's static. Right? Yeah. As you progress, age appropriate, then you'll go into stroma and grana and blight and okay, no bio yet. So we are going to talk about the skills. Right. So we welcome all the people. We welcome everybody. What are the certificates you require? Where do you start learning? So there are a lot of NSDC. Right. I'll be sharing all those things. But still, since we are over here, so NSDC is over there. Those who are looking for any, if you have any skill, you are certified. Otherwise, you will also get. So by 25th of April, before 25th of April, if you go on Kaushal, right, that is Kaushal Sangam, SANGAM. So this is open and you can apply for the skill jobs. So you can look onto this website. It is available on NSDC. Right, so I can write it also over here. So this is the government website, NSDC. I will not be sharing any private player. I will be only sharing the authentic, right? So there is Kaushal Sangam. You can go and apply. There are a lot of domestic and international jobs available for skills. So you can check. There is a lot of availability of things over there. Then where do we apply? Again, we have Skill India Digital Hub. Right, Skill India Digital Hub. So if you go over there, 3 things are buzzing with work. We require a lot of people, data analytics, people those who have the right employability skills in particular domains, and people those who are ready with the AI and machine learning. I remember the time when people used to say, aaj se kam to at least 12 to 15 years before, hey, AI robotics everybody is not going to use. वो जिसकी जरूरत पड़ेगी उसको use करना है. It's become compulsory. वर्ल्ड बैंक ने बोला फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी वो मानकर ही चल रही है बेसिक स्किल है, मतलब ये तो आना ही है, वो स्किल्स के अंदर लिख भी नहीं रहे, वो तो ये बेसिक स्किल है, कम ऑन मूव इट, राइट, एज इफ समबडी सेज यू हैव टू लर्न टू राइट, राइटिंग इज अ बेसिक स्किल, रीडिंग इज अ बेसिक स्किल. So so that is it. So if you visit Skill India Digital Hub, you will find it over there. Then I'll also share Indian Institute of Skill Development Training. So here there are a lot of courses which are available. I will share all the links, not to worry, please. Right, everything will be in the comment section also, and those who have joined the group will be sharing everything over there. You can get certified. So there are lots and lots of courses over there. You can get certifications and you can start working in that area. So there are lots and lots of areas which are going to incite you. Now, CBSE had also given a certain set of skills. Let me do one thing. Let me just remove this ink and let's try to figure out. If I'm able to open and show it to you, it will be great. If not, I'll of course right. So I'm just trying to figure out as we move ahead. Yeah, these were the skills. Let me move ahead now. How to implement the SBCs. So now, if you see over here, for the skill-based curriculum, no, please read this. आप आराम से इसको एक मिनट देखो, तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि what I'm trying to say. Okay. So you have to remove the old content, process and product. And you have to bring in new process, content and product. Skill based curriculum के लिए अगर आप जो पढ़ा रहे हैं वैसे ही पढ़ाते रहेंगे तो जहाँ है वहीं रहने वाले हैं. Skill based के लिए आपको कुछ नया तो लेकर आना पड़ेगा. So if you visit the website CBSE academic.net.in, उसमें अगर आप जाएंगे तो 6, 7, 8 से already skill curriculums they have opened. Right. Then if you have, they have modules from 9th and 10th. They have modules for grades 11th and 12th. You don't even have to pay the fees to the board if you are using these. Right. So there is a curriculum which they have given. There are people we are looking in for. That is what I said in the beginning. So I wants to become a one-stop solution. We are already into that direction, and I will not be able to write all the curriculum for all the books right from beginning. So we also have to sit and decide from which age we have to start. So anything there's no parachute which falls. Skill direct 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th में नहीं आता है. Skill building यहाँ से शुरू होता है. Correct. So we will require a lot of authors, creators. In case you have already created, start getting into touch with us. Our team is over there. We will start into getting into due diligence. It takes times. 6 महीना, साल भर, 2 साल लग जाता है कई बार ये पूरा प्रोसेस को चेक करने के लिए. Is it market ready? Is it sellable? Is it scalable? So we really require a lot of people to help us create all those things. So if you are listening and in case you are part of it, you can let us know again in the chat also. and you can let us know in case you want to be part of this journey. We'll be very happy. Now, what are the objectives? So if I see over here, so if you see, right, so now here empower students to take book. क्या होगा? चार चीजें यहाँ पर. अगर आप skill based curriculum use करते हो तो चार चीज होने वाला है. वो क्या चार चीज होने वाला है? Let me share with you right here. Skill based curriculum. So you'll be changing old to new, and then four things are going to happen. 1, 2, right, 3, 4. क्या? Empower students to take more control over their learning. अभी तक आप बोलते हैं पढ़ बेटा, कर बेटा, नहीं पढ़ पा रहे तो रटा रटा बेटा, एग्जाम तो पास कर ले. If you are not going to study, what are you going to do in the exam? When it is a skill, it's like automatically if the child starts enjoying it, I have to do it. I have to do it, right? And I want to improve. And beyond the stars also I have this scope. So somebody says, let's say sports. So you do better at school level, you do better at district level, you do better at state level, you do better at national level, you do better at international level. Then you have so many competitions at international level. Once you finish it, you feel that the age is over, you become a coach, you start helping others. Once you become a coach and you feel, you get into the management, you get into the board. So there is so much scope of continuously keep growing. So there are so many scopes. There are companies who are creating ancillary products. So they require all those people with their experience and professional background of that particular skill, trade or a sport or activity. They are going to take on board you. So the age, otherwise what happens? Human being, the age is getting rotten. We are getting rotten every day. The institutions, वो पुराने हो रहे हैं, वो लेगेसी हो रहे हैं. स्किल जितनी पुरानी हो रही है, एक्सपीरियंस मैटर्स, एक्सपीरियंस काउंट्स. वो मतलब कैसा जैवलिन फेंकना है, they exactly know. The dancer may be very fat, but they exactly know कि किधर ठुमका लगाना है. Yes or no? So the artist can be, they exactly can tell what is going to happen over there. That is a difference. Most with subjects also it is over there. But what is going to happen is, where do we consume everybody? There are limited. So that is why 10 lakh people are fighting for one competitive exams where the seats are only 1,000. While in a skill, you have a skill, you grow yourself, you find place for yourself and continue. Agreed? If you agree, let's see in the chat box. I really want. I have another question for all of us over here. Till here, अभी तो इधर से बहुत बढ़िया start होने वाला है. How many of you feel you are mentally ready to teach a skill? Provided you get the resources, provided somebody trains you. How many of you feel that yes, you are ready to teach a skill? Okay, let's see. Shalini ma'am, yes. Yashu Gatsji, yes. Okay. New Direction Tapovan, yes. Jaya ma'am, Lakshmi ma'am, yes. Okay, Shipra Agrawal, yes. Let me see how many yes comes. इतने सारे लोग हैं ना, 230 people are online. If I minus myself, 229, Mona Gandhi ji, yes, okay. So all what we require is the right resources, the right training. We are ready to teach the skill. Second question. Thank you. That means I have understood. Larger number of people want to teach the skill. Have you thought of the skill which would you like to teach? वो skill पकड़ लिया, वो skill सोचा क्या पढ़ाना है? Can we have some examples over here? कौन सा skill पढ़ाना चाहेंगे आप? चलिए देखते हैं. Okay. I'll break down a language for you. मैं एक English language तोड़ती हूँ. उसमें कितना skill है? So you can teach छोटा बच्चे की क्लास में. You can teach writing skill. You can teach phonics skill. Correct? ये तो कितना बिक रहा है. जबकि phonics is in so are in Hindi also, in Sanskrit also, in every language there will be. Let's see how it is selling. Okay. Let's think about more skills. Right? Dance. Somebody does a hip hop. Somebody does a classic. Somebody does a kathak. Somebody does a Odissi. Somebody does music. कौन सा skill सिखाना है क्या notes करना है. Let me see which skill. Food, there is no end to it. Every day there is something new coming up. Right? Okay. Basic skills, reading skill. Poonam ma'am says, think of a skill. I'm still waiting. How many skills have you thought? What skills are you? आप कौन सा skill करेंगे? See, 21. I'll tell you I have since I am the books. I'm going to definitely talk about it. NEP आने के बाद we mentioned NEP also. We mentioned NEP. right? So NEP आने के बाद in January 21 we had started the research. We thought that 100% schools are doing maths को maybe money पढ़ाते हैं. So it was something like we pass on our anxiety to the children. Maths so difficult. Maths difficult तो पैसा भी difficulty होएगा, right? So जबकि it's not, even a beggar to survive begs so that can buy and eat. Right? So it is as simple as that. We have kept the children away from this skill. Further skill. Ladies say men of the family are going to manage the finances. Men of the family say the chartered accountant or financial advisor is going to manage. Financial advisor or chartered accountant says, yeah, I'm going to manage the people, the firms who are giving me commissions. I suggest those things. It is their money, they have to use their brain also. So a lot of things are changing. So that is why I personally, when I say I, of course with the team, we got into financial literacy PAISO series and Skill Me. The series is for social emotional learning, leadership and life skills. And yes, with I Big Wonder, with the kindergartners, yeah, we do talk about a lot of writing skills, a lot of reading skills, cognition skills. We really help them. So right? Okay, so yeah, so the skills, thank you. So the skills have started coming, writing skills, thinking, reasoning, Meena ma'am, wow. Life skills, soft skills, public speaking, yes, debating, financial skills, writing skills, communication skills, great. Okay, so couple of the skills which are being offered in middle school by CBSE are artificial intelligence, beauty and wellness, design thinking, financial literacy, handicrafts. I am saying reading it from the document. I actually wanted to open it over here, but somehow I'm struggling. You can try to help me. If you can figure it out, that will be great. So, okay. So there is like blue pottery, block printing, so many things are there. So, okay, thank you. Right. So I can see a lot of skills. Okay. You want this? So sometimes that is why human beings are required. So when technology is there, even how we have kept it open over here. So maybe after some time, what we will do is we will stop it and then we will show it to everyone towards the end. Now let me move ahead. Right. How to do assessments for skill-based curriculum? Though number one, there is a lot of self-assessment which happens, but still, I know the metrics are very important. So assessing a skill-based curriculum requires moving beyond traditional tests. I'm going to show you on the next slide what are the right, and like evaluate practical abilities. Then it also involves identifying the skills. What skills are you going to assess inside that skill? That is very, very important, right? Okay, so let's see. So this is it. Please have a look. We take some time over here. Have a look. Define and identify key skills. Number 2, choose appropriate assessment methods. Number 3, skill tests. So what are you going to define? Articulate desired skills. So what are you going to check? Consider hard and soft skills. So somebody said public speaking. So one should not only be stand up and speaking. So one should also be able to create the right content. Right? So it's not only somebody writing give it to me and then only I'll be able to speak. No. So we should also be able to curate that. That's very important. Then link skills to learning objectives. What are the learning outcomes? That's very important. What are the assessment methods? A few are given over here. Simulations, role plays, practical demonstrations, So the assessor will also have to be live and it will be personalized, highly individual. So one question when given to all, we have a certain answer curated even in the board exams, and based on that answer and key terms we correct it. While here if it is public speaking, so every single child will have to be observed, was the child meeting those standards, right? So even if there is a standardization for certain things, rubrics for certain things, it will still be highly personalized. So now that is why I am saying there is so much of scope of people to get into this. Okay, what are the skill tests? Self-assessments, peer assessments and expert evaluations. So once you are a skill trainer or a skill teacher, your expert evaluations will always be required, your judgments will always be required, right? So always a personalized thing will be there. So that is very nice. Okay, thank you Preeti Dabade ma'am, Nitin Jainji. Okay, right. Okay, let's move ahead. What is the future of SPC? So So I say the future of education is here. It is not just about knowledge. मतलब आप ऐसा समझो किसी का घर में से ना मटका में गांव के अंदर राजमहल के अंदर there was a मटका and inside there were a lot of more coins. राजा गाड़ कर गए थे, खोदा तो उसमें से निकल कर आ गया. Okay, fine. Right. किसी के गांव में से नहीं निकला. भैया नहीं होंगे राजा उसके अंदर. Now knowledge is something like आपने you have learned everything. If you are not using it, it is like दबा हुआ खजाना, गाड़ो. If you are not using it. While skill for the 21st century, it's becoming an essential tool because you're going to learn that skill which you really want to use, that inspires you, right? That makes a change. Even if it is teaching, it's a skill. So you want to teach because you feel that skill, you have that skill, and you want to deliver, you want to transfer not only knowledge but a lot of other areas also, right? So it's not static. It's very, very dynamic. It goes on changing. It does not have a fixed definition. We can create our own definitions to it. We can create our own logics to it. So I was showing the logic and the myth and the facts on one of the slide. Okay, yeah, right. Thank you. Now here, what are the roadblocks? हम चाहते हैं हम स्किल सिखाएं, पर नहीं हो रहा. तो यहाँ तो है दिया हुआ, like बहुत सारी चीजें हैं दी हुई. But इसके अलावा भी, if you think that number one, you might not have resources. Number two, you might not have training or capacities to deliver. Number 3, you might not have time. ये तो पहले का खत्म नहीं हो रहा, ये एक और आ गया. Number 4, you do not know if your stakeholders will be interested or not. Number 5, skill सिखा दिया, उसका future क्या होगा? You do not know the career path. Right? Routine subjects के साथ PCM, PCB, commerce पास किया, ये career निकलेगा. Skill पास किया, क्या career निकलेगा? नहीं पता अभी. So there is a limitation. That is why we don't suggest. Correct? Number 5, number 6 is something like कितना पैसा कमाएगा? We don't know. Here we know. यहाँ पर इतना placement मिल जाएगा. इधर तो कुछ पता नहीं है कितना placement मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा. Right? So if this is it, this is mundane. This is all available. We can share. Right? Since we are into skills, we can share a lot of things around it. Another thing which is very, very important is because we do not know, that should not be the criteria. That we don't know, we will not be able to tell you. हमको जो आता है हम वही बताते हैं, वो कर लो, वो safe है. फिर तो we are not even giving the opportunity to the learners. So that's actually a crime, isn't it? I am sure आप में से कितने सारे लोग you are going to agree. So it is like that. Okay, now let's move ahead. Yeah, this is what I have been talking about. The skill B series are from Nursery to Grade 8, Social Emotional Learning, Leadership and Life Skills, and my PAISO. And I will not be able to author so many skills. So मैं बार-बार बोल रही हूँ तो बहुत लोग चाहिए होंगे. So with this I will now let me show you. हम इसको बंद करते हैं तो हम आपको दिखाने की कोशिश करते हैं कि okay. Let's try doing it. इसको बंद करके वो ओपन कर देते हैं. हाँ. Right. So now here at this point of time, let's have certain question and answers because that was a promise. Right. I have also kept the Google Forms open right in front of me. Right. All the Google Forms are also here right in front of me. And मैं पूरा नाम ले सकती हूँ पूरा कि किसने क्या पूछा. So like a lot of people have asked me implementation. A lot of people have asked me, okay, how are you going to manage the time? Right. कैसे? So time management means timetable में कैसे डालेंगे? That is what I understand. Assessment पूछा मुझसे. I have opened all the Google Forms in the Excel sheet. So with technology, a lot of things. Financial literacy के बारे में बहुत लोगों ने पूछा. Inclusive education के बारे में पूछा. That's of course a major skill. Right. Please, since we are live, we are all together. Let us understand. Somebody has said all skills. Shazia ma'am from Navodaya said, "Ma'am, I love you so much. I really would love to do a session separately for you." She says all skills. मुझको skill ही जाना है आगे. Can we just cheer her up? She wants to teach all the skills. If she is there. Shazia ma'am, if you are there, please say yes. I don't know if you are there or not, unless you say yes. Okay, so I am trying to find out. A lot of us have asked communication skills. Okay, Lokgeet. Oh, this is from Jawra. Indra Mehta ma'am. Very nice. Yeah, the cultural things. Ek Bharat, Shesh Bharat is all for that. Okay. So not many questions in fact. I think I covered. Here are the questions to cover. Okay. So let us solve. Thank you. Thank you. Right. So this is at the secondary level, 9th, 10th level. So if you see these are the skills, the subject codes, right? Correct. Correct. So now if you see, these are the subject skills. What they have also given the job roles. There is a theory and practical which the children. I want to show you middle. ये तो 9, 10 तो बात की बात है ना. Class 6, 7, 8 से क्या skill start किया. That is what I want to show. Artificial intelligence on the top. आज से 12 साल पहले बोलते थे क्या artificial intelligence use ही नहीं होगा. Beauty and wellness is on the top. Right. I will not speak anything about it because every time I go to the parlor, I come back Sapna Agrawal only. I never come back any heroine. So मेरे को नहीं पता ये क्या होगा. Right. What is going to happen? So every time I go, I feel today I've done this. They do fantastic things on me, but I come back like me only. A little improved, shining, better. That is it. You can laugh if somebody wants to send me a laughing emoji. Now you see design thinking and innovation, financial literacy, and what you see over here, financial literacy. I promise you, right? I can speculate. I feel it. In 3 years from now, beginning from this year, this is going to be an essential skill. Separately, nothing to do with maths. Right? If somebody is saying, "Oh, बोलेंगे एक आध साल और कोई बात नहीं, time लगता है, इतना level पर तो एक साथ कैसे पढ़ो?" This is going to be huge. Right? We are into creating trainers for financial literacy. We are into training trainers for social emotional learning, leadership and life skills. Please stay in touch with us. Please stay connected. We constantly keep doing a lot of workshop sessions online. We'll gradually start offline also. Right. So we are still building up because online gives us an opportunity to reach everywhere. So we've started very small, step by step we are taking. But yeah, we've started moving. Okay. So BAK, thank you. Certificate, don't worry, it will reach you if you have registered. No worries. Right. If you have registered, it will be there.